What if everything you know about the Philippines is only half the story? Before the conquistadors, before the crosses and cannons, there was a forgotten kingdom, a land of gold, of ships, of rulers the world erased. Long before the Spanish galleons sliced through the Pacific, there was already a world thriving in these islands, a world of trade, diplomacy, art, and war. A civilization scattered across more than 7,000 islands, connected not by roads, but by the sea. They called their homes by many names: Luzon, Sugbo, Butuan, Tondo, and Sulu. And they were not primitive, they were sovereign. Sultanates and kingdoms rose from the coastlines with leaders who bore gold, armor, and influence. Their warriors sailed the oceans in vessels called Balangay, precise, sleek ships built by hand from memory alone. These ships carried not just warriors, but diplomats and traders. From as early as the 900s, Filipino rulers were forging alliances with empires in China, India, and the Malay world. They traded pearls, beeswax, porcelain, and spices, and in return, they welcomed ceramics, jade, silk, and stories from across Asia. Then came the Laguna Copperplate Inscription, found near Manila. This ancient document from 900 AD tells of a man freed from debt not by violence, but by a legal system rooted in civilization. It was written in a mix of old Malay Sanskrit and early Javanese script, proof that literacy and law flourished in these lands long before the first Spanish priest set foot on shore. Even the name Philippines, a tribute to King Philip II, came centuries after this land had its own names, its own languages, its own gods. And yet, this era remains a ghost in the collective memory, overshadowed by colonization, erased in part by history books written far away, but the traces remain in the gold death masks found in ancient tombs, in the tattooed warriors, the Pintados, whose bodies told stories of conquest and courage, in the chants and epics passed down through generations, in the walls of old mosques and lost temples. The Philippines wasn't discovered in 1521. It was renamed, rebranded, and rewritten, because before the colonizers arrived, the islands already had kings, queens, and laws. They already had a story we're only just beginning to remember. Subscribe to History Express for more stories that were never meant to be forgotten.